Welcome back to VeganVizn. It's your girl Ness, and I'm doing a reaction video. I'm so excited for you guys. I have, along the years, well, it's only been 3 years, but along the years, I have started following some beautiful, beautiful melanated vegans here on YouTube that have encouraged me, motivated me, educated me along the way. So it's only right that I do some reaction videos to my favorite videos. So today I'm going to do a reaction video to Sweet Potato Soul, and the video is 10 vegan hacks you've got to try. So I'm excited to see what the video entails. Let's jump right on in.
Today I have 10 very helpful vegan hacks for you. So all of these tips are going to make your vegan life so much easier. Even if you're not vegan and you're moving in this direction, this is just going to make it easier for you. It's going to help you save time, money, help you have more fun, and eat even more delicious food. So let's get started with number 1. So number one, because we all love coffee, is to warm up and froth your non-dairy milk before you add it to coffee. You don't have to use a creamer. You can just use plain old soy milk or almond milk. This helps your non-dairy milk become a creamer. It's creamy, it's delicious, it's everything you want in your morning cup of coffee.
Now, I don't drink coffee at all, but this is an awesome hack. I think everyone else around me drinks coffee except for me, but awesome hack.
Hear it constantly, what do you use for creamer? Because people have a very hard time giving up dairy creamer when they become vegan or when they're thinking about it. But this really helps to replicate that nice and creamy texture. I will say that the very best type of non-dairy milk that I have found to use is just plain organic soy milk, nothing else added, just water and soybeans. It foams so well and it's so delicious. For number 2, we're going sweet with banana nice cream. So what is this? Basically, you can freeze bananas and put them in the blender and turn them into ice cream. It's really that simple. You can add other things to make chocolate ice cream or mango or berry or whatever you feel like, but it's so much healthier than the real thing. Also, it's cheaper. You can make it at home.
Yeah, I got all of that in my fridge right now, in my pantry right now. I'm about to make some ice cream. I was definitely craving something sweet the other day. I was walking through Whole Foods and I paid $8 for a chocolate candy bar. Granted, that's fine because I don't eat chocolate or candy or have anything sweet that often, but $8 when I can make my own ice cream? Bye.
You know, ice cream maker, come on. The list just goes on and on. It's a perfect snack or dessert.
Yes.
Number 3, speaking of frozen, make sure you stock your freezer with frozen fruits and vegetables. So frozen fruit, of course, you can use them for baking, or like I was saying with the bananas, make banana ice cream, nice cream. You can also put them in smoothies. It's such a great, easy way to add more nutrition to your daily diet. But also keep frozen vegetables, because when you have frozen vegetables, you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I ran out of fresh vegetables, I'm not going to eat healthy today. You can just reach for the frozen. All frozen vegetables and fruits are frozen at their peak of freshness, so you don't have to worry about them not being as nutritious. Whereas, oftentimes, I'll go to the grocery store and see some wilted kale and romaine lettuce on the shelf.
Girl, ain't that the truth? Because I was just having this conversation today. I said I unfortunately don't make a lot of smoothies at the house during this time because it's winter. All it is stone fruits and vegetables. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I know it's not in season right now. So the frozen thing, I was like, well, I don't want to be sitting here eating no old frozen fruit either. But the fact that she shared that it is frozen at its peak, that is definitely encouraging. I'm about to go buy a couple bags of frozen fruit and get back on my smoothie game instead of paying $7 every other day for someone else to blend it up for me. So I love this video so far. I'm loving it.
I know that using something frozen is actually going to give you even more nutritional value than that. So another thing about frozen, it stays for a long time. You don't have to worry about going bad. Like I said, when you don't have any fresh vegetables on hand, you got frozen, you can use them, and you can even add them to smoothies,
yummy,
soups, little fast things like that.
I love this
so
shot
convenient,
too.
and it's not at all expensive to rely on frozen vegetables and fruit when you don't have fresh. Number 4, keep your greens fresh using a paper towel. So this is especially for clean greens. In order to save time, I like to wash my kale right when I bring it home, or all at once. And of course, when it's clean, once you've washed it, it'll go bad more quickly. So what you gotta do, wash it, dry it, put it in a container or a reusable Ziploc bag, and stick a piece of paper towel in there. It's gonna help absorb any excess moisture, keep them fresh for longer, and just make sure to replace that paper towel every other day to keep extending the life of your fresh greens. Number 5, grind your own flaxseed. Now, we've all heard about the health benefits of eating more flaxseed, adding it to our oats and our smoothies, because it's got so many wonderful omega-3s. Okay, well, if you buy pre-ground, unfortunately, you'll probably be losing some of that nutritional value because pre-ground flax seeds.
I've made flaxseed hair gel before. I actually found some YouTube online because I was tired of gel just drying up my hair, and it has been my staple hair product ever since. Ground flaxseed, and I mean it's very, very simple, very, very easy. I should either do a reaction to that video or probably make my own video. Oh snap.
Lose their fatty acids by being pre-ground. The best way to do it is to grind them fresh. Another thing about this, you can save so much money. If you buy a bag of pre-ground flaxseed meal, it's going to cost you a lot more money than if you just went to the grocery store and bought whole flax seeds in bulk and grind them yourself at home. You can use a coffee grinder, aka a spice grinder for this. It's super easy. And if you don't already have a coffee spice grinder, those are cheap too. Number 6, remember, pretty much all spices are already vegan. So if you're coming to the vegan diet from a standard American diet, or just, you know, not eating all vegan, then keep that in mind. You still can use the same spices to season vegetables and mushrooms. You can even use things like steak seasoning. Believe it or not, what's inside is vegan. They just call it steak seasoning because people usually use it on steak. Same thing with chicken seasoning.
But I personally always encourage you to read. There was one time, I think it was like a poultry seasoning that I looked at, and I'm flipping over everything I buy now. But whatever it was, I don't know if it was poultry seasoning, but whatever it was, it had rimlets of whatever meat seasoning that was. So even though this definitely true, I have some steak seasoning I have some Texas barbecue rub right now that puts a lot of my meals on blast in a good way. But always check the back of your labels just to ensure and make sure.
Those little bottles, you know, look at the back. The ingredients are vegan.
Come on now.
So if you're used to using those types of spices, keep using them and just swap out the animal product for a vegetable. Spices are what makes your food taste good anyways. So whatever spices you know, love, and are used to, hold on to them, keep using them just on vegan foods.
Yes.
Number 7. I love this tip so much because I love mushrooms. So this hack is to put a heavy lid, or a heavy skillet, another pot, on top of your mushrooms while they cook. So basically what this does is it helps make them more meaty. It helps cook out some of the liquids and helps those fibers bond together. I don't know what they do, but the mushroom, the result is so much meatier and tastier. I love this. So make sure you try that hack out.
Try the heck out of that hack.
Number 8. Now, I know a lot of people don't like fake meat, but listen. Fake meat is really, really great and helpful, especially if you're just transitioning to a vegan diet.
Agreed.
I always recommend to people that if you're going to become vegan, one of the easiest ways to do that is just to eat the foods that you're used to eating, just in a vegan way. So you can use things like Gardein chicken and Beyond Meat, ground beef, and all these other mock meats to replicate the foods you're most used to without having to touch animals at all whatsoever. These things are also great for children, so if you have kids who you want to transition to a vegan diet, you can swap out the meat, the chicken, even fish. Gardein has an amazing fishless fillet.
My top 3 favorite meatless brands, Gardein, definitely number 1. Boca brand is another one. and the Alpha brand. Alpha brand is not sold everywhere, but those are my top 3. Not a biggest fan of the Impossible Burger, barely a fan of the Beyond Burger. 365, that's usually at Whole Foods. I like them, they're usually good too. But those are my top 3.
That reminds me of fish sticks.
Yes, I've had that before.
So nowadays, you can swap these out, trick the kids,
hey, look at her on
for
TV.
you
That's
yourself
awesome.
To transition to a vegan diet. And trust me, over time, as you do this, you'll start eating more vegetables and more whole foods if you prioritize that.
Yes.
And you won't have to rely so heavily on mock meats, but they really, really are helpful. Now, if you guys know me, or if you have my book, you'll see that I don't use that many official mock meats like Gardein and Beyond Meat in my recipes. Instead, I like to use vegetables and mushrooms to replicate meat.
That's the skill level I'm trying to get on. Now, I'm going in my 3rd year of being a vegan. I did all the meat substitutes. I still dabble in them just today. I made me a beefless burger, and I put Burger King to shame. No shade or anything. But I want to be able to better recreate my own meats. I've made jackfruit steaks. I've made the catfish from Banana Blossom and stuff like that. That is definitely the avenue that I want to try and go down. So that's why, hence, I'm following these people that are encouraging me to try and expand my experience in the kitchen. So excited. Keep going.
A few recipes where I do that, like this amazing chicken and waffles using mushrooms for the chicken, also fried chicken using cauliflower as the chicken. So you can actually use whole foods such as vegetables and mushrooms as meat substitutes as well. Okay, so hack number 9, if you love to bake or if you just love to eat baked goods and you wonder how in the world can a vegan baked good be as good as the real thing? Well, vinegar. Believe it or not, when you add vinegar to non-dairy milk, it helps to curdle it, but more importantly, when you add it to the rest of your ingredients, the dry ingredients, it reacts with the baking soda and baking powder to help whatever your baked good is rise and become fluffy and just be perfect.
I can make chickpea biscuits right now. OMG.
You can go ahead and move the egg aside, start using vinegar. I will link some recipes down below so you can see actually
follow those links.
Give it a try yourself. So number 10. This one sounds kind of obvious, but look, people take this for granted. Eat plenty of food. Eat a lot. Eat as much as you need to make yourself full and feel nourished and energized.
Come on, kale. The kale out of here.
So a lot of people come to me and they'll say, look, I tried the vegan diet for 2 days, 3 days, whatever, and I was hungry the whole time. Well, the reason you're hungry is simply because you are not eating enough food. It makes sense, right? Keep in mind that when you're eating a vegan diet, especially a whole food vegan diet, you're probably eating fewer calories. Just if you're used to eating, let's say, a salad on a plate with, like, I don't know, not that many greens, and you just take out the chicken and you take out the cheese and now all you have left are the greens, that's not enough food. You're going to have to replace the chicken and the cheese with more wholesome things like grains and beans and other vegetables and fruits. So make sure you bulk up your food. Make sure you eat plenty of it. If you ever feel like you're still hungry, y'all, you just gotta eat more food.
Eat some more.
And look, don't be afraid to overeat when you're eating clean. Now, if you're eating a whole bunch of processed vegan food, yes, slow your roll. Think about what you're doing to yourself. It's probably not what you should be eating, but we are talking whole foods right now. Whole grains, vegetables, and fruits. You don't have to worry about eating too many of these foods because they're low in calories and they're just doing great things for your body. They're just giving you fuel, and joy, and happiness. Also, these foods are full of fiber. So that means once you've had enough, you've had enough. Your body is going to send you signals. Whereas if you just ate a bunch of vegan Oreos or other junk food, you're not going to get that signal. So keep eating the whole foods. Please eat as much as you need to feel nourished and full, and you will be a healthy, happy vegan. Okay, so those
I
are
love
my
bonuses.
10 vegan hacks, but I have a bonus as well. So for this one, I just want to remind you guys to revisit why you want to become vegan or why you became vegan in the first place. If, say, you're having a hard time sticking with the lifestyle, there's temptations, revisit why you decided to become vegan. For example, for me, it was all about the animals. I didn't want to participate any longer in such a cruel and exploitative system. Or for you, maybe it's your health. Maybe you're suffering from something like type 2 diabetes or hypertension, or you're overweight and you want to lose that weight for your health. Revisit that. Remember why it's so important to you. Expose yourself to more inspiring stories and delicious recipes, and believe in yourself. And if you fall off, get back on.
Get
and
back
of course,
on it.
I think for all of us, it should definitely, of course, be about the animals and health, but we can't forget the environment as well. It's so important that we leave our planet better off than we found it, which right now we're not doing a very good job at all.
No,
of
sir,
that.
no, ma'am.
I hear people complain about climate change all the time, and it's too hot, and this and this and that.
Our world is confused. I mean, I live in Texas. It's just a common joke. Oh, you can literally have 7 seasons in 1 week. That's not natural. This poor earth is trying to figure out what the heck is going on and what the heck are y'all doing to me, to be quite honest. My reason for going vegan was truly, now it's for all of the reasons. Now that I've been in it 3 years, every single reason, I definitely believe in it. But it was number one for my health. I was overweight. In my transition, I've lost over 100 pounds, probably I think 110 at this point. But unfortunately, I see all of those ailments and health symptoms in all of my family members. So I needed to be that prime example for everyone in order to guide them. I am an Aries, so I am going to take the lead, but hopefully to encourage them and let them know that, like she said, substituting, this transition can definitely be made easy and simple for anybody that genuinely wants to do it. And that's why I'm here trying to help and encourage everyone in the, not just the Black society community, but especially for my people, but for anyone that's interested in this transition. Let me not start to rant because she's not done yet.
But what are we ourselves, not the government, doing to help turn things around
What are you
and help
doing?
leave this planet in a better place than it was when we got here? So for all those things, hopefully you will become
These are her
stick with
plants.
the vegan lifestyle.
I need to get more plants in my
And
house too.
whenever you're having a hard time, whenever you're feeling like you're losing track and you can't stay on it, come back to your original reasons for becoming vegan. And if you must, which you should, expand those reasons. It just makes it so much easier to keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So what are your favorite vegan hacks? Please share them in the comment section below. Not the ones that I said, but the other ones that you have that work really well for you, keep you eating good, keep you saving money, keep you spending time outside of the kitchen and enjoying the rest of your life. Share them in the comment section below with all of us. We'd love to hear.
I love
Of course, if
it.
you have any questions, share those too, because we're all here to help. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, girl. I love it.